Welcome to ECNTRADE Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration. Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you for joining me. Well, after a session of whipsaw price action, the Australian dollar managed to rebound from the lows of 67 cents. However, as it now heads back towards 68 cents, I do feel there is a little bit more to the downside and could see a bearish ambush above this region, and therefore finding another whipsaw session coming. In light of the pattern, the cap is around 68.20.30 and looking back down towards 67.70 and maybe even down to 67.30. Do keep in mind though, the 60-day moving average is still around that region of 66.80. Moving on to the euro, well, the market was firmer overnight after US Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell answered questions at the US House of Representatives on his first day of testimony at the hearing at Capitol Hill. He said that it may take or make sense to move rates higher at a moderate pace, adding inflation has a long way to go despite moderating somewhat since the middle of last year. His target still remains at 2%, and he said that although we've still got a long way to go, that we should not rule out further rate hikes. That would mean that we're currently holding around 5 to 5.25. That could see the Fed's dot plot indicates that the rise to 5.5 to 5.75 before peaking. The US Central Bank next meeting will run on the 25th, 26th of July. So looking at the technicals, as we can see, the resistance was reached around 109.80.90 and now heading back towards this top side congestion area anywhere from 110.55 to 80. From here, the market may find another ambush like recently seen back in April and therefore see another down test. But let's see how the squeeze plays into the market today. With the recent flag, does give us at least a projection up towards that 110.5 and then test lower. The other factor that I'd like to point out is that there is bearish divergence, so therefore the market may reject this region heavily and look back towards somewhere of 108.35 to 107.70. The dollar yen took another step to that top side key level of 142 and rejected. I'm not abandoning this level due to the fact that we are somewhat still bullish, and therefore from the ADX could see another test or even clearing 142 and pushing on to the broader objective of 145. With Super Thursday here, all eyes on the Bank of England with a 25 base point rate hike expected. However, with much of the recent talk, we could actually even see 50 base point. But either way, a hike is expected, so let's see how the market plays. A more of a hawkish tone to the statement could see the market rally on to 130, with any pullback to be shallow. After dropping $20, gold is extended its move down and reaches a fresh low of 1,919. It still remains heavy, with the ADX also trending and also maybe seeing another test of that key level, 1,928, that we are looking further to the lows of 1,850. From a broader sense, I am with this view that the market will weigh heavily and eventually reach its objective, as I mentioned, around 1850, and any advancement to the top side of the range is still limited. Finishing up with oil, the market still remains somewhat bullish, even though we did see a whipsaw price action previous day, and rejecting from that midway point on the RSI, I still hold $74 a barrel to be reached and reassessed from there. Well, that's a wrap. So thank you very much for joining me. And as always, look out for the intraday report, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the day.